Yeah, hi everybody. How y'all doing? Um, hey, somebody asked me about the background here, the LG OLED 48C1. Yeah, I'm not endorsing it or anything. It's just that in the motorhome, I don't have a lot of space, and that's where I'm storing the box on my new TV just in case I decide to return it. Seems to work pretty well, but I'm not endorsing it. Not endorsing it yet, anyway. It seems to work really great as a computer monitor, um, but because it's an OLED, it may have burn-in, and so I'll have to wait a couple years before I can tell you if it's really good or not. In any case, I was going to discuss. We were going to talk about why you should meditate, and I'm still working on that. And I guess all I've come up with so far is that maybe you should try it for 5 minutes a day, maybe twice a day for 5 minutes, and see how it makes you feel. And I'll still do um, a video on why you should meditate and the benefits of meditation. Um, and I'll do a video on some suggestions on how to learn to meditate. But today, again, I'm responding to a conversation on the internet um, about the conflict between spirituality and science, or spirituality and materialism. And it's a conflict that's gone on for a long time, because before the scientific revolution, which is arguably maybe around the 16th century, gets started, spiritual experts were the only respected source of knowledge. And so when somebody asks, why is the sky blue? And they have no idea about how light diffuses, um, how different frequencies of light are scattered in the atmosphere, then they're required just to make something up, because you want people to think that you know everything. It's like, this is same thing that happens like when children ask their parents questions like, why is the sky blue? And it's my experience that when spiritual thinking gets into the field of material reality, it can get burned really bad. The conflict between the Catholic Church and Galileo comes to mind. Also, current disputes about evolution. Um, and the problem is that an understanding of something spiritual doesn't make you an expert on everything. There is a popular yoga and meditation teacher on YouTube who believes that we have a second brain in our intestines, and that water has intelligence and magical powers. Note that these subjective beliefs do not mean that this person's techniques of meditation are not effective, or that they do not necessarily improve people's lives. On the other hand, science can be dismissive of concepts about consciousness and spiritual experience. These things are hard for science. They don't lend themselves well to the scientific method with testable hypotheses. They are dismissed as subjective and imaginary, which in fact they sometimes are. Still, it seems naive not to consider consciousness and spiritual experience as something that's important when it has a profound effect on our happiness. It should be noted that many scientists, privately and sometimes publicly, may or may not be theists, but in fact are spiritual. And I should mention that the fledgling field of neuroscience and mental health is starting to investigate consciousness and spiritual experiences, often from a materialistic point of view, with interesting results. I think I'm just gonna bring my Muse headband. I had it here. Yeah, here it is. So, this is a Muse headband. It measures brain waves. It measures brain waves and the physical differences between meditation and non-meditation can be measured and reported as feedback through an app on your phone. It has sensors on the sides and on the forehead. You see those little metallic sensors that measure the brain waves. It's also possible to measure differences in blood pressure and pulse rate between a meditation and a non-meditation state of mind, or state of consciousness, I should say. Anyway, I'm going to keep this brief. The science and spirituality are both great. They should simply stay in their lanes. Both are important for our understanding of the universe, our happiness, our health, and our success. So anyway, thank you for listening and have a great day. And I'm still going to do videos on those other subjects that I mentioned. Have a super day. Bye-bye for now.